thought you were going home to see your dad.
I did.
What happened?
A couple things. My mom's ashes were delivered to the house today.
It must have been hard.
When I got home, my dad was just sitting there with the urn, or whatever we're supposed to call it. He was just sitting there, lost.
I'm sorry.
It's just so unreal to think that's my mom. That's all that's left is that container. No, I'm okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. You said a couple things happened. What else?
Oh, I got this text message. Look.
What? I'm coming for you. Who sent this?
Well, the number was blocked, but I'm pretty sure I know where it came from.
Hey. I've been thinking about you. Are you all right?
Wait, because my wife died? She's in the living room if you want to go and say hi.
It won't always be as horrible as it is today.
Thank you very much. You can go now.
Unfortunately, I can't. We still have a paper to publish, and I really need you to weigh in on tomorrow's lead story.
Oh, scrap it.
For what?
Bloody brothers. Murderous sibs in cahoots in Tahiti.
What are you talking about?
Eli Clark and Ross Rayburn. Partners in crime.
You know that Ross has been
Alive? Yes. For some time now.
So all of these months, Ross has been behind the scenes aiding and abetting?
That's what in cahoots means. Yes, I know it's a lot to figure out, but why don't you go back to the office and figure it out, okay?
Okay. All right. Right after I stop by the police station to get a quote from John McVeigh.
No. You don't need him.
Eli was his case.
I don't care. Leave him out of it.
Okay. What's going on? What are you up to this time?
You don't have time for an interview, Kelly. You're on a deadline.
I'm talking about one comment from the detective who was following Eli.
I said no.
Why? You're afraid that John's gonna cast a doubt on your so-called exclusive? Do you know if we cannot back up what we publish, we are asking for a lawsuit?
And if we don't sell papers, we're out of business.
Okay, so you're fine just lying to the public now?
I don't care about the public. I care about Dani.
Is she the one you're lying to? Your own daughter?
I'm pretty sure the text is from my dad.
I don't get it. Why would Todd send you?
No, not Todd, the one I grew up with.
Oh, Ross Rayburn.
Well, maybe Ross knows that he could be in some kind of trouble, and that's why he's trying to reach out to me.
But I'm coming for you? That doesn't sound like reaching out, Dani. Sounds like a threat.
I know it might sound like a threat, but it's not.
I'm coming for you.
No, it's a game that we used to play when I was little. When you live near the ocean, you need to be a strong swimmer, so Ross would take me out into the water, and he'd pretend to be a sea monster, and he'd say, "I'm coming for you." And it was my job to swim away as fast as I could.
I bet you're ready for a triathlon after that.
Even when I got older, whenever we'd be in the water, he'd still say, "I'm coming for you," just to make me smile.
So why do you think he's saying it now?
I wish I knew.
Well, what does your dad think?
Well, I didn't tell him what the text said. When I got the text, I lied and said it was from you.
You lied.
Yeah. But I think he might have lied to me first.
Are you really thinking about using your newspaper to lie to your own daughter?
Yeah, I need a little backup right now.
For what?
She's talking about telling Ross about Taya's death, and so I gotta nip that in the bud.
So you told her that Ross was involved in his brother's crimes?
Yeah, something like that.
You have no idea if that's true.
It could be. It's not as if Ross is Mr. Law-abiding.
We are talking about more than that. You want Dani to think the man who raised her is a murderer.
How do you know he's not?
Todd, this is extreme.
Well, extreme's sometimes the only way to go. Right now, I don't care that she grew up calling him Daddy. She and I finally bonded, and I don't want that to change.
Oh, look, I can understand that.
Really? I don't know if you do. I just lost my wife. I can lose my daughter, too.
Dani might have been raised by Ross, but you are her father. You are not going to lose her now. No.
I don't know. Taya warned me that if Ross found out about her death, that I'd have to deal with him at some point.
Does he even know about Taya yet? I mean, she hasn't reached out to him or anything, has she?
Nah, but the fact that she wants to makes me nervous.
And your answer to that is to turn him into a cold-blooded killer. Okay, do you think Taya would approve of this?
I don't know. Maybe she doesn't. I feel like she's watching me all the time.
Well, you know, maybe she's trying to tell you something. I do not think you need to demonize Ross Rayburn to keep Dani close to you. I think you need to trust what you have built with her, Todd.
Trust is not my strong suit, Kelly.
Tell your daughter the truth. Because if she finds out you lied to her about someone she cares about, you really will lose her.
My dad told me that Ross was a part of all the terrible things that his brother did.
You think that's not true?
Well, it can't be. I mean, Ross, I've known him my whole life. He was always so great to me. And yes, he got out of control last year, but still. I can't imagine him helping his brother kill people.
So maybe you're right, and Todd's lying.
Yeah, but Todd's done some bad things too before I met him.
Yeah.
But he did really come through for us when we needed him. And he was so amazing with my mom. I mean, he would have gone to the ends of the earth just so that we could be together before she died.
I wish you would have made it in time.
I almost killed him when Dr. Evans told him that she changed her mind. She wanted us there, but we were too late.
If you wanted to contact Ross, how would you go about it?
I'm not exactly sure where he is. I mean, Todd might know, but I obviously can't ask him.
Do you think Ross found out your mom died?
Well, that would explain why he's trying to get in touch with me.
He could seriously be coming for you. I mean, suppose he's on his way here right now. What do you do when he shows up? Are you gonna have to choose between him and Todd?
So I'm supposed to just tell Dani that I lied?
You tell her that you made Ross out to be worse than he is for your own selfish reasons.
Oh, I guess that'll win her respect.
What?
Never believe that I'm a liar.
You know what? It might make her realize how much she means to you.
You're kind of a glass half full type chick, aren't
Yeah.
you? Yeah.
I'm serious. You know what? Phony headlines that could be torn apart, that is not going to keep you and Dani close. But being honest, that might help.
Okay, I'll think about it.
You know what your trouble is, Todd?
No.
When you start to feel cornered, you do something crazy.
You're like what?
Like kissing me.
That's right. And I did that why? According to you?
Taya was dying, and you were scared. I think we've avoided talking about this kiss for a while. We've waited long enough. Don't you think?
Well, if you'd asked me a year ago who I'd choose to be my dad, it'd be a no-brainer. I mean, Ross was the only father I'd ever known. Plus, when I first found out about Todd, I hated him.
And now?
Now things are different. I mean, when I lied to him and told him the text was from you, I felt horrible. Almost as bad as if I'd lied to my mom.
So maybe you should do something about it.
Yeah, I should tell him, right? I mean, it's just a message, and besides, it's not like Ross could actually come here. They'd arrest him.
So I guess you'll never have to choose between two dads.
Thank God.
Why do we need to talk about it?
Because I kissed you back.
Boy, you sure read a lot into that one kiss.
You know what? I probably wouldn't have taken it seriously if I hadn't been in such a weird place. I was trying to figure out where Kevin fit in my life and what was going on with that whole Reed thing.
But you've got it all figured out now.
Yes. I know when you kissed me, it had nothing to do with me. You were clearly upset about something else. Now I know it was Taya.
Have you been hanging out with Marty Saybrook?
It doesn't take professional to figure out that Todd Manning doesn't talk about his feelings. So now that we have this all out in the open, we can forget it, not let it affect work or our friendship.
Our friendship?
The one I hope that we can have.
You know, I'm not very big on the whole friendship thing, but if I were, you'd probably make the cut.
Oh, gee, thanks. So can I run with the story that I had planned before I was so rudely interrupted?
What story's that? Taya Delgado Manning, a tribute. Yeah, run with it.
Hey.
There's something I need to tell you. I lied about Ross.
So did I.